Hey, Veggie family, let me ask you a question. You like broccoli? You like quinoa? You like cheese? You like breadcrumbs? You ever just want to put them all together in something?
Chickpeas?
Well, oh yeah, chickpeas too. Well, we have the recipe for you because today we're going to put all of it together in a wonderful masterpiece, broccoli-quinoa casserole. You're going to love it. And we're going to do it right here, right now, on Vegetari-YUM.
Okay, so here are our ingredients that we are going to need for today's broccoli quinoa casserole. We're going to need a cup of cooked quinoa, a cup of dairy-free milk. Now I'm going to use almond milk. Of course, you can use whatever you have. A 15-ounce can of chickpeas, a medium-sized head of broccoli, a teaspoon of oil. We're using extra virgin olive oil, a pinch of salt, a batch of vegan cheese sauce, which you will see a little bit later, and then some spices, a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of oregano, 3/4 a teaspoon of paprika, a dash of pepper, and then breadcrumbs we will discuss later as well. Okay, so to get our broccoli ready for our casserole, we are going to take that oil and we're just going to drizzle it on all of our broccoli florets. Okay, just give it a nice little drizzle. You do see I do have this on parchment paper, and we are going to put it in an oven at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. I'm going to drizzle a little bit of salt. Okay, again, just a tad bit. Not much. Alright, there we go, guys. Ready for the oven. So here are the ingredients that we need for our easy vegan cheese sauce that is part of our casserole dish today. We are going to need 3/4 cup of coconut milk, 3 tablespoons nutritional yeast flakes, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Now the recipe actually calls for 2 tablespoons of tapioca flour or arrowroot flour. However, that is not something that I typically use in any of my recipes. So I'm going to substitute cornstarch, and you do need to half the amount if you are using cornstarch. A 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. So we are putting all of the ingredients that we just discussed into a saucepan. We are going to whisk them all together. Make sure you get that good and stirred up. And then after we've got them all whisked together, we are going to bring this mixture to a boil. Once we bring it to a boil, we're going to turn it down to low, and we are going to let it simmer for about 1 minute until the sauce starts to get a little stretchy. Okay, so this has been simmering for about 1 to 2 minutes on low, and you can see it is starting to become stretchy. So now our sauce is ready. Okay, so now we are going to work on our homemade breadcrumbs. Of course, you can use store-bought, but I'm actually using the recipe ones because I am going to be serving this to someone who needs to eat gluten-free. So I'm using 3 tablespoons of gluten-free oats, a tablespoon of nutritional yeast flakes, a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, a pinch of turmeric, a pinch of salt, and a pinch of pepper. Okay, so now we're going to get these all stirred up together. So we're getting all of these ingredients stirred up, and then we're getting ready to move to our next step. So we have heated about a tablespoon of olive oil. Now we are going to now put those same ingredients that we just saw into the pan. We're going to stir them up. You want to make sure you get them all wet. Okay, and now we are going to cook these for just about 30 to 60 seconds. You don't want to cook them long, just for a little bit, okay? Alright, so our broccoli has baked for 15 minutes, and now we are going to put it to the side and we're going to start putting our casserole together. Alright, so now we are assembling our casserole. We have a cup of almond milk in our casserole dish. We have our quinoa. We also have our chickpeas and 1/2 of our cheese sauce. And also, we are going to add our spice mixture as well. We talked about that at the very beginning of the video. And we are going to give this all a good stir. Alright, so our mixture is all ready. We are going to now add the broccoli florets on top. So now that we have spaced out our broccolis and added them, we are going to now put the rest of our cheese sauce on top. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add our breadcrumbs on top. Now we have added all of our breadcrumbs, and now we are ready to put it in the oven. We are going to put it in an oven at 350 degrees, and we are going to bake it for just about 15 to 20 minutes. So our casserole is finished, and you can see how the cheese sauce is just nice and crisp around those broccoli florets. You can see how the topping, those breadcrumbs, have just crisped up a little bit more, and it looks delicious.
And now I get to eat it. Hey everybody, now after all that, we finally have our broccoli-quinoa casserole. And of course, I know you want to look at it, so let me reel you in, whatever. So check it out. See, you're going to see the wonderful broccoli in here. You see the chickpeas. You see even the wonderful cheese sauce, the breadcrumbs on top. Look at that, look at that. Oh, it is so good. But most importantly, you want to know how it tastes. Now I can tell you, this steamy is coming right off it. So it's really, really hot. So, you know, if I cry or something, just deal with that and it's all right.
I think you'll be all right.
So I'm getting a lot of that cheese sauce, which I think is delicious. The broccoli is really, really fresh. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not the biggest fan of chickpeas, as in not a fan at all, but with this, it works. And I could actually eat these with the chickpeas in them. So, chickpeas don't get a big head on you. It's alright. So, I really like the cheese sauce. It's unique. It's unique, but I really, really like it. So that is good. It's a little bit of time, few ingredients, a lot of love has to go into it, but if you're willing to put in the hours, not that many hours, you're going to get a casserole that's really good and definitely worthy of like a main dish for a dinner or even an event. So that is it. That is the luscious broccoli quinoa casserole. We thank you for staying around and watching. We ask you to like the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And more importantly, share it with the world. And you know we love you guys. So that'll do it. So from all of us here at Vegetari-YUM, I'm Eric.
I'm Shelly.
And we will see you guys later.
Bye. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey Veggie family, so glad you're back with us. Hey, you ever...
2, 3, go.
Hey, Veggie family.
2, 1, go.
Chickpeas, yay!